Good afternoon to all of you, and thanks for joining this webinar hosted by one of our principal distributors, Tesla Systems Limited. And this is a webinar which is being presented by OEM AGC Blackbox. As you can see that we are into the business of integrating tech and accelerating your business. That is the principal premise in which Blackbox operates. For paucity of time, we will try to just reduce the entire thing about what we are and how we are coming into this and concentrate more onto the tech. So Shwebal, if you can move to the next slide. So a quick view about AGC Blackbox operates in more than 30 plus countries, and it operates with more than 3,200 employees globally and more than 100 plus Fortune 500 clients. India is a very important chapter of AGC Blackbox, operating from multiple cities in India with also a headquarter in Mumbai. But Blackbox is originally headquartered in Pittsburgh, and we have a completely Indian subsidiary, which is Blackbox Technologies India, which is actually the presenter and the part of this entire webinar. Yeah, move to the next, please. This is the global footprint of Blackbox. It operates in multiple continents, starting from North America, LATAM, Europe, Middle East, India, and Asia and ASEAN countries. In more than 30 countries, we operate with our own footprint, working on the technology sector of certain technologies which are very niche, and we are known worldwide for becoming one of the best system integrators in mission critical environments. So quickly on to the Blackbox GNSS R&D Center in Bengaluru. This came out of our continued approach in terms of making GNSS affordable to multiple kind of use cases that we see all about in the world. And Blackbox had come into the game by taking into its effect one of the indigenous developers of these systems. So what you see in this indigenous development center set up in Bengaluru for R&D and GNSS based R&D, where we are talking about making things affordable with the different space programs of different countries. So Blackbox is in the business of technology, and GNSS is a very important spot in this whole area. And here you would find multiple hardwares that we are bringing in and multiple softwares that we are bringing in, consuming the different space technology programs world over. And India is a very important spot. And from the Indian perspective, we are very actively working with the Indian SBAS system and the other areas like the Indian CORD system also to make technology affordable, to make it understandable at the layer where this can be used for civilian purposes. Normally, whenever we talk about GNSS technology or the Indian space programs, we are more and more actually moving towards the defense and the other strategic needs. But in terms of our strategy, we are also looking into the civilian section in a very strong way and civilian usage. And we are concentrating on products like Orbit, Locus, and Merino and Magic, which you see here, which are all consuming the space program of India and bringing up an affordable story in this whole game. Yeah. So already the sweet part of this is that once we introduce this, these products have already been lapped up by different government organizations in India, for whom our premise was very simple: how we can reduce cost. Reduce cost of survey, because currently we see the survey market to be separated between 3 or 4 major zones. One of the zone is where you are actually looking at a millimeter level accuracy, and one of them is where you are looking at a centimeter level accuracy, and one you are looking at a meter level accuracy. So in Blackbox, we have strategy for millimeter level separate, centimeter level separate, and meter level separate. What we have seen in the industry currently is that there is a lot of overlap. A electrical pole survey, which might require an accuracy of not more than 70 centimeter or less than a meter, sub-meter, we have been using DGPS instruments which are very costly. And in some of the cases where even we require a meter level accuracy around 2 to 3 meters is more than enough for doing a lot of survey work. We have seen the utilization of very high cost DGPS systems. DGPS systems are very important when we are looking at a millimeter level accuracy, or even with the Indian space program, with the core setup that we are putting up, there are multiple technologies available around that space. In Black Box, we concentrated upon one single theory on this, that is, if you look at an accuracy level of meter level, go for a meter level receiver. That should reduce the cost of survey. And if you are looking at a sub-meter level, then concentrate on a sub-meter level receiver. Earlier, this was not possible because there were no technologies available around that, but today the technology has been invested in by the government of India and many other countries through their space programs, whereby we can actually achieve a sub-meter level accuracy and directly convert it into a mobile phone. And that is the unique proposition that we have put forward, that just take a mobile phone, take a locus device, work into the field through a Bluetooth connection, and you are achieving an accuracy at a rate of 99%, considering the canopy and the other things which can at some point of time deflect the signals like any kind of satellite positioning system. But otherwise, on a normal scenario, you would still be receiving a sub-meter accuracy at a fraction of a cost what you were paying earlier. And this is the proposition with which we had gone to Survey of India. And today, in many of the what you are seeing on the screen, this is a very short glimpse of it. Currently, we are expanding very rapidly in terms of this. Not only the state government and the central government organizations, but we have emphasized and shown them that yes, with the Indian space program, we are able to reach up to an accuracy of sub-meter on a mobile phone without doing anything else, only by doing a Bluetooth connection and utilizing the Indian space program through our design. That is the entry of our device called Locus. And it has already been lapped up by multiple areas and it is growing very fast. And this seminar is to actually put forth the point that this can be done by utilizing things which are indigenous to India, which has been invested by the government of India, and this is now available, and we can rely on Make in India technology in terms of doing this. So if you can move to the next slide, Shival. This is a quick glimpse of our current customer bases, apart from the areas of government, which are already into this process, who are using our technologies in terms of doing this. Move to the next. So this we can skip. This is for the all world basis. So quickly on to the Locus GNSS receiver. As you can see that there are two components. One is, can you go to the last slide, please? So this is the base component where we are talking about the Locus receiver, and this is your mobile phone. The mobile phone that we use every day. No specific hardware which you require apart from the Locus receiver, which is a small palm-sized receiver, which is connecting, and our algorithms are basically filtering out the multipath and the rest of the stuff to give you a better output, and consuming the Gagan corrections, which are basically a kind of a differential GPS corrections which are coming out of the Indian space program. So the Locus is basically transmitting this information or the correction to the mobile phone, and in the mobile phone you are running your own app system for this. So whatever data that you are collecting is automatically coming with a sub-meter level accuracy on this, and that is available at a fraction of a cost. So reducing the cost of the survey using the Indian space program is the mission that we are talking of today, and Locus is a path breaker in this in terms of moving this forward with a lot of velocity. Yeah, we move to the next. So as you can see, the use of Locus, wherever you're talking about a meter level accuracy, think of Locus. Where you don't need to spend on a very high cost equipment, but you need only a sub-meter accuracy. Without a blink of eye, you can rely upon Locus, because this is time tested, already taken up by different agencies who have tested it thoroughly, and has been found to be working perfectly in all kind of scenarios, like whether it's an agricultural survey, forest boundary survey, land use survey, utility asset management, mines and mineral industry, road and transport survey. So the practice is still very simple. If you are looking at something which needs a sub-meter accuracy, Locus will give you a sub-meter accuracy. And if you're looking at a millimeter level accuracy, please go for a DGPS or a relevant instrument for that, where also we have a solution, but that is not in the scope of this seminar. We'll come to that in our forward-moving seminars that we have. And considering that is made in India, we have complete control of any kind of flexibility that many of our customers require in terms of type of data output that you require, kind of frequency in which you want to change the data collection process, how you will connect it with the iPad, iPhone, and the kind of SDKs that we can provide with this. This is now all available to all of the partners that we are working with. And we would obviously be very happy if you connect with us at the end of the webinar and let us know that how we can actually showcase this to you and change your understanding of a millimeter level accuracy, meter level accuracy, and sub-meter level accuracy. Yeah, go ahead. So again, as you see that this is a palm-sized device. The point is that you cannot carry a bulky instrument on the field. It can connect wirelessly with any of the systems. Wireless is the point. We are working only with niche technologies. Wireless is the point. We don't want our partners to invest into very high cost hardware. Just use the same mobile phone that you use. And you are still, most of the surveys today are based on apps. So we understand that how you will connect with the app. You already have developed an app for an electrical survey or a telecom survey or an agriculture boundary survey or a forest boundary survey. So this is where we come in and we give you a simple connectivity to that entire application. You don't have to design anything. You don't have to invest in anything new and fresh. Just take up the Locus device. We will help you to connect it with your app, which is already pre-designed very effectively, and you don't need to do anything further on it. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the quick view of it. You have two options. As you see that it already has an internal GNSS antenna. And if you are into a high canopy environment, I was coming to that point. If you're talking about a high canopy environment, a very urbanized area where you think that a lot of multipath can actually deflect the signal and you still require a sub-meter accuracy at that phase, we also give you an external antenna switch. So you can connect with an external antenna, which is available in two of our models. One is Locus Lite, doesn't come with the external antenna, and Locus Pro is the one which comes with the external antenna switch and can assure you that this will give you a sub-meter accuracy when you are using it with an external antenna. Now, this is again not a bulky antenna. This is again another part of the design that we have done. This is a cap antenna. You can just put it on your cap, and the antenna is put on the cap. We know the survey system hands-on. We know that your hand should be free. You only have a mobile phone in your hand. Just visualize that you have a Locus palm-sized device. This is actually in your shirt pocket or the jacket pocket, and you have the cap on top, and the cap has the antenna, and you only have the mobile phone in your hand. So that makes the entire process simpler, the data collection process simpler, and movement around that process is much easier in terms of people adopting the technology or people going into the field. Carrying the DGPS systems for a meter level accuracy or a sub-meter level accuracy has no meaning, because here you are just using a simple system with a mobile phone and achieving the same what you were doing with a much more costlier system. Please go ahead. This is what I was describing. So as you can see that it is just put into the pocket in a pouch, and once it is in the pouch, your hands are free. Your antenna can be on the cap. If you are taking an external antenna connector on this, then it can be this, and you can pair it with your Android, iOS, or Windows Mobile or tablet using the Bluetooth module, which appears over the screen. You just connect it with that, and if you have an app already running in your system, we will give you certain lines of code which will be inserted into your system to replace the GPS from the mobile phone, and in that position we will actually provide the corrections which will come in from Locus. Simple concept, multiple outputs. Yeah, please go ahead. So again, the overview of this, we have already described this, but still, this is another view of it, that how it looks like, what are the signals that it brings in, how you can understand what is working and what is not working. This is just a quick view of it. Yeah, move ahead, please. We can share this. This is the antenna. So you can understand the size of the antenna. It's very small. And you are achieving a sub-meter accuracy. And that too with a very small antenna, which is connected and it is inserted into the locus cap. So that makes the entire process simpler. Yeah. So again, just to give you a quick idea about it, there are two major products. One is Locus Lite, one is Locus Pro. Locus Lite gives you an accuracy of 1 to 2 meter, doesn't require any external antenna. If you are looking at a survey which requires 1 to 2 meter accuracy, go for Locus Lite. It doesn't require an external antenna. Locus Pro is definite sub-meter accuracy. This requires an external antenna. And these are the two different versions of this, that is Locus Lite and Locus Pro. Best accuracy range of Locus Lite is 1 to 2 meters. Observation time 2 to 5 minutes. This can be brought down significantly depending upon the use case that you have. That is the flexibility that we talked about. GNSS antenna support in internal. Communication is Bluetooth. Locus Pro sub-meter. If you are on a very internal scenario, obviously if you don't have clear view, then it can go bad. But normally you can expect with a 95% chance or possibility on this that there will be a sub-meter accuracy on Locus Pro. And it is what is the constellation support it is taking? Yes, GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, Beidou, SBAS, all governed in India. Currently, Locus is also into other areas like Middle East and all. Whatever is coming into the Indian territory, it is coming into the system as a major choice. It is a multi-GNSS support. Obviously, that is what brings in the accuracy, and our designers and engineers have worked into the protocol and the algorithm layer to filter it out to the level where you can use it at a much faster pace. And the protocol, as you can see, the NME protocol is available on this. Yeah. Okay, so we move to the next. So this is the structure where you would be able to see the raw data also, so that you don't have any views on this. You can have the raw data also out from here. This is another part of it. Yeah, move to the next, please. So the Locus Pro, as I said, that it is an antenna-based scenario. I've already described this. Please go ahead. We should have some time for questions. Now going to the Locus Android phone integration, it is a very simple integration just on a Bluetooth basis. This appears as a Bluetooth item in the entire scenario. Just connect with it and it immediately replaces the basic GPS and takes in the data from the Locus GPS. Yeah, go ahead please. Yeah, so these are things which will be already put forward, that is search nearby Bluetooth. Just the way you do that, we have a dual SPP connection on this part of it. It will appear like that. You have to just connect with it and it is done. You can use any third-party apps also. Means we are not restricting in terms of giving you app of how to use it. You just go into Android Play Store, install whatever is freely available, install a Bluetooth GPS app, and you are done in terms of only the accuracy part of it. When you are doing the survey and you have done your own app, then we will give you a small bit of code which has to be put into your system, and that will obviously give you the rest of it. Yeah. This we can skip because we have discussed about it. So once connected, this is how you will get the data from the app system in terms of your accuracy and the rest of the part, the map view, sky view, main view, and all of this. Yeah, please. Now, this is the point which is more important. That is, how will you integrate it with a survey app if you have already developed an app? So it can directly connect with any Android app. If that app is already having a feature to connect an external GPS receiver, you don't need to do anything. If your app, current day apps, they will always have this feature. Or if you're developing an app, if you can just enable that feature, that you should be able to take data from an external GPS receiver, then you don't need to write a single bit of code to use your Locus. Here we are showing SW Map demonstration. So SW Map is freely available on Play Store. So this you can directly connect to your Locus device. You do not need to do anything separate for that. It all comes in inbuilt into any apps that you build, which has the feature to connect an external GPS receiver. But we have seen that very less people know about it. But this is a native feature of Android, and if this is incorporated into your app making system, this makes things easier. We are currently helping out our telecom customers in terms of the optic fiber cable laying process that they're doing, where they require a sub-meter level accuracy or a meter level accuracy. And this actually changed their entire understanding of the system. Initially, the cost that they were planning around that was at least 50 times of what we brought in once they started adopting Locus, because they were talking about using only DGPS system, because DGPS system only gives you the chance between the 5-meter accuracy level of a normal GPS and the sub-meter level. There were no other players who were bringing something which is affordable. So once we introduced that, it changed their entire system in terms of cost and reduced the cost of the survey. So yeah, please next. Export format of collected data on the SW maps. Now this is something of an advertisement for SW maps or any kind of, so don't take it like that. This is available in any of them, but this is a freely available app. So you can export the data in any of the formats. Well, and on the GIS field, I know everybody is very sensitive about the formats in which you will get the output and all. So this is all available on that kind of a scenario, and this can be available in any custom app that you have designed from your system. Yeah, wait, please. There are certain things that is about the device placement, which is true for any kind of a GNSS system or any kind of a satellite system. The same applies out here also. So how you mitigate the multipath, how you place it, these are all obviously very important for any kind of a system when you're looking at a precision GPS. Yeah, go ahead, please. Integration with ArcGIS, yes, we have done this for Survey of India clients. We have done that, and they have got very good results. I myself have visited them multiple times on this regarding that, and it changed their entire way of using high-cost systems. And now they have gone in for this kind of low-cost systems, which are powered by Indian SBAS system, Gagan. Yeah, move it, please. Data sheet, I'm not reading it out here. You can look at it. We can send it to you. People who are interested can get it from our team. Yeah, move ahead, please. So that brings me to the end of the basic presentation, and I think if we have any questions, we can start talking about it. Shival?
Yeah, we are now open to the questions. We have 5 minutes to get your questions, and we can reply to them.
Any questions that you already have?
There's one question which says that what will be the accuracy when there's clouds and rain?
Look, whenever there is a kind of a signal diffraction, there can be a difference, but generally in today's date, cloudy and rainy situation is not something which will deflect it too much. It will not deflect, but look, this is a very subjective question, that how much it will do. That depends upon the type of cloud and type of rain. I cannot say that, but I would say that when you're looking at a sub-meter level, it will not have a too much of a deflection on this. If you're looking at a millimeter level accuracy, it has more difficulties. We still have some headroom on this point.
There's one more question. How the accuracy you are mentioning is it in horizontal or vertical?
Yeah, we have a horizontal accuracy. Mostly what we were referring to out here is the horizontal accuracy, and the vertical accuracy also we can send you the details of that, both of them, because look, Gagan as a system was created for vertical accuracy. Why we are not mentioning vertical accuracy is because it is always the best when you're using an SBAS system, because any SBAS system, the basic premise is to create a vertical accuracy, because this was used for aircrafts. This was created for actually it is a joint project with the Airport Authority of India, and their main concentration was on vertical accuracy. How you can stabilize horizontal accuracy was the question, and here what we are discussing is that how we can do that. So vertical accuracy and horizontal accuracy, both of them are really well in this, up to the level of whatever we have discussed here.
There's another question, like what kind of external antennas we can use?
This we can send you the details of the antennas that we support, or whatever we have is a custom antenna which we provide. We do not allow our customers to experience with something of a problem with antennas that we do not recommend, because we are not an antenna manufacturer. but we have worked with the antenna manufacturers to come out with custom antennas that work best with the Locus device.
There's another question. Not long ago, I bought Locus Lite. Now I want to buy external antenna for it. How much will be the price?
That is available as an accessory, but it has to be the antenna which we prescribe, because any antenna systems that we talk of, they are fairly stabilized by both the receiver maker and also the antenna maker. So you can get back to our team regarding that. And I know there are multiple customers who have asked this question to us, that we have already bought the Locus Lite and now we want to upgrade to Locus Pro. Upgradation is possible because it is not only about the antenna, it is also about certain algorithms that we have to put into your system. So we will do that. If there is an upgradation fee for that, so please contact our service desk. They will give you the answer for that.
One last question we can take. We have 4 minutes left. Can you explain the Bluetooth GPS option slide again? So
Yeah, please
move back to the.
I think it was the Locus Lite and this one, or
Yeah, this
I
is
think
one.
if you're asking about the options, we have two options. One is Locus Lite and one is Locus Pro. Locus Lite generally should work between 1 to 2 meters. With a 98% probability, if you are having a sky view, it will be between 1 to 2 meters. Locus Pro will work with 95% plus possibility on this within sub-meter. And by sub-meter, we mean mostly it will be around 70 cm to 1 meter. It will not be less than 70 cm. We do not see that as a part of our design till now, because that requires a separate kind of technology. But if you are looking at an accuracy level between 60 to 60 centimeter to 1 meter, go for Locus Pro. If you are looking at 1 meter to 2 meter, go for Locus Lite. This is the two different versions that we have. Apart from the accuracy, there is no difference in the system. What is the difference is our internal design, our algorithms, what we have put in there, and the antenna. So these are the two differences between this. But it's a huge difference if you look at in terms of if you are using it in a high canopy environment, you would always say that please use Locus Pro, because that will give you more multipath rejection systems. That is inbuilt into the system.
We have couple of minutes, so one last question we can take. The same person asked, does it give accuracy when kept on pocket, or need to be kept on the feature, or externally?
So can you just quickly go to the slide which shows the different parts of this? Yeah, just stay there, right? So we have a placement guideline for that. It has to be on pocket. We expect people to carry it on the pocket. Just we have shown you that where is the internal GNSS antenna. This needs to be out of your pocket. See how it is designed. If you put it into your pocket, this is actually slightly bigger than the size of your pocket. So if you pop it in your pocket, this point where you see the internal GNSS antenna will be out of your pocket. So you don't need to bother about it. It will be out of it. If you are using Locus Pro, then the antenna is on your cap and which is already out of the system. So you don't need to bother about the rest of the stuff. It all depends upon where your antenna is. It doesn't depend where your receiver is. So if you are putting it into the pocket, the internal GNSS antenna area, you can see it pops out, and the external antenna which is used with Locus Pro, that anyway is outside. So it doesn't matter if you are putting it in your pocket.
Can we take one more question? There's one interesting question, like, is GSM network a must?
This has nothing to do with GSM network. Just switch off the GSM of your mobile phone and use this as your mobile phone becomes a survey device. You don't need any GSM network at all, because you are talking to the satellite system and the Indian SBAS system. These two systems you are talking, they are on direct satellite connectivity. You have nothing to do with the GSM network. So if you require so, please switch off the GSM signal of your phone, take it into airplane mode and use it only as a survey device.
One last question maybe we can take. Can we post-process the data?
Locus doesn't give post-processing of data. Post-processing of data is available in another model of ours, which is called Orbit. On Locus, we currently do not give post-processing. We do not give you a Rhinex output from here. We give you NME output. If you are looking at a post-processing data, we have a different model, which we are not covering in today's webinar, but very interesting question. We will cover that in any of the upcoming webinars that we have.
I think that's all for today. Thanks everyone for joining. We'll have more sessions like this, and we'll have more sessions on Locus itself, maybe for Locus Pro separately, Locus Lite separately, and our other GNSS products too. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks all of you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.